Hello, this is Marian, your English teacher, and welcome back to the English Grammar course. Today, our lesson is on pronouns. But first, let's review our last lesson on quantifiers. Quantifiers are words used to express an amount or quantity. With countable nouns, we use the quantifiers many, few, a few, fewer, several. For example, I have a few pencils. There are several plants in my living room. Now, with uncountable nouns, we use the quantifiers much, little, a bit of. For instance, I have little patience for your attitude. I'll have a bit of milk in my tea, please. Some quantifiers can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. For example, all, some, any, lots of, plenty of, enough. For example, I have plenty of energy for the hike. That's enough coffee for me. Thanks. Now let's practice. Can you fill in the gaps? Some sentences have multiple answers. Let's go. Can you go to the store? There is little milk left in the fridge. I can't go to the cinema. I have too much homework to finish. Do you want some rice with your meat? Do you want any rice with your meat? Do you want a bit of rice with your meat? It's hard to choose. I have many games we can play. I have several games we can play. I have plenty of games we can play. Well done. Now that we have finished the review, let's move on to today's topic. Pronouns. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun or noun phrase that has already been mentioned in a text or conversation. For example, in the sentence, Alex loves going to the cinema. She watches all the new movies. The pronoun she replaces the name Alex so that these sentences are not too repetitive. The cat and the dog are friends. They play together all the time. The pronoun they replaces or refers to the cat and the dog. There are many types of pronouns, but today we will be learning about personal and possessive pronouns, as well as possessive adjectives. Now let's get the pronouns party started by getting personal. There are two types of personal pronouns, subject and object. The subject of a phrase is the person or thing doing the main action, whereas the object is having something done to it. For example, my sister loves books. There are two nouns in this sentence, sister and books. The main action is the verb love. My sister is the noun doing the action. Sister loves. So she is the subject. Whereas love is happening to the book. Therefore, book is the object. Now let's take a look at the subject and object pronouns. The subject pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. The object pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. You may notice that the pronoun you appears twice in the same category. That's because the first you is singular, whereas the second you is plural and refers to two or more people. These personal pronouns stand in for nouns and noun phrases and generally refer back to them in a conversation or text. For example, the book is about a love story. It is very interesting. The pronoun it refers to the book. It replaces the word book to not sound repetitive. I can't carry the box. It is too heavy. In the first sentence, the speaker of the sentence is the subject, referred to with the personal pronoun I. In the second sentence, the box becomes the subject and is referred to with the personal pronoun it. The clothes in the closet are arranged very neatly. Laura put them away this morning. In the first sentence, the noun clothes is the subject of the sentence. But in the second sentence, Laura becomes the subject and clothes becomes the object and is therefore replaced with the object personal pronoun them. All right, it's time to practice. Can you guess the pronoun? Jasmine and Maria are eating ice cream at the mall. They go to the mall every Saturday. Tia, we're going to the park. Do you want to come with us? My friends and I love basketball. We play on the weekends. The subject personal pronoun we replaces the subject my friends and I. The elephant is so big. It is very majestic. In this sentence, the personal pronoun it replaces the noun elephant. I'm going to Caroline's house. I'm helping her with homework. In this example, the personal pronoun her replaces Caroline, who is the object of the sentences. Great job! Now you're a master of personal pronouns. Our next step is learning about possessive pronouns and adjectives. It can be confusing because these words are sometimes referred to as possessive pronouns and absolute pronouns, whilst in other grammar books, we call them possessive pronouns and adjectives. This is just to explain that depending on the teacher or the grammar book or the website, you might see different names for the grammar we are about to learn next. But for the sake of simplicity in this lesson, we will be learning about possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives. Now, possessive adjectives are used to talk about ownership. The possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their. Possessive adjectives are used before a noun to show who or what owns it. For example, this is my jacket. The dog is looking for its master. Now, can you identify the possessive adjectives? Where are our shoes? The possessive adjective is our. They indicate who the shoes belong to. It's his turn to play. The possessive adjective is his. It indicates whose turn it belongs to. Look, Benny and James live there. That's their house. The possessive adjective in this sentence is their. This indicates who owns the house. It's Benny and James. Great job! Now, our next step is possessive pronouns. Just like possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns indicate who owns a thing. The possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, theirs. Possessive pronouns are used instead of a noun to show who or what owns something. For example, the hat belongs to Karen. It's hers. The possessive pronoun hers replaces the word hat and indicate who owns it. It's Karen. She gave him her phone. Now it's his. Great. Time for practice. Can you identify the possessive pronouns? My mother gets along well with yours. The possessive pronoun is yours. The turtle is mine. The possessive pronoun is mine. This indicates that the turtle belongs to me, and mine is not in front of a noun. It stands alone. This ring belonged to my great-grandmother. It was hers in the 20s. The possessive pronoun is hers. Hers replaces the noun ring and indicates it belonged to the great-grandmother. Good work! Now let's practice using both possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives together. My pencil is broken. Can I borrow yours? Yours is a possessive pronoun. It replaces the noun pencil. Your computer is a Mac, but mine is a PC. Mine is also a possessive pronoun. It is not in front of a noun. It indicates that the PC belongs to me, the speaker. John has lost his phone. His is a possessive adjective because it's in front of the noun phone, and it indicates that the phone belongs to John. We gave them our phone number and they gave us theirs. Theirs is a possessive pronoun. We made this painting. It's ours. Ours is a possessive pronoun. The bird had broken its wing. Its is a possessive adjective. All right, we have finished. Well done. Now it's time to practice within a practical context. Here is a passage from an article in the New York Times online magazine. We will read the text, then you will have 3 minutes to identify the personal pronouns, both subject and object, and identify the possessive adjectives and pronouns. In 1960, the American-born oil tycoon J. Paul Getty purchased his dream vacation home in Italy. He could have opted for a palazzo in a bustling resort destination like Portofino or Capri, but perhaps, unsurprisingly, given his obsession with ancient Rome, Getty, who died in 1976, ended up in Ladispoli, a quiet seaside town just 30 miles outside of the Italian capital. Indeed, at various points, stretching back to the Roman Empire and up until World War II, when it was bombed heavily, this stretch of Tyrrhenian coastline, known for its tranquil beaches and temperate weather, was a premier destination for Rome's elite. Marie-Louise Sio and her 3 siblings lived with their parents in the house for almost a decade before 1990, when her father transformed it into a 19-room hotel called La Posta Vecchia. Now don't worry if you don't understand all the words. This activity is to help you practice identifying the pronouns. Now, you have 3 minutes to find them. Let's go! In this article, there are a total of 9 pronouns. 3 personal pronouns, he, it, and 6 possessive adjectives, his, its, her, their, her. Great job! Now it's time for review. Personal pronouns replace a noun or noun phrase that is either the subject or the object of a sentence, and generally refers back to them in a conversation or text. The subject personal pronouns are I, you, she, he, it, we, you, they. The object personal pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. Possessive adjectives indicate who or what owns a thing. The possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their, and are placed in front of a noun. Possessive pronouns also indicate who or what owns a thing, but replace the noun in a sentence. The possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, yours, theirs. Fantastic! We have finished our first lesson on pronouns, and we'll continue to learn about this part of speech in our next lesson. Until then, see you soon!